Present.
Ms. Gilbert,
Present.
Mr. Sis,
Present.
Chairman present.
We have a prayer by Mr. Porter and a pledge of allegiance by Ms. Gilbert.
God, our Father in heaven, we're blessed. Every day we look around us and see the blessings that we have, that you have bestowed upon us and given to each other, every one of us individually and as a community, and we're thankful for those blessings. We're thankful for those that choose to serve the public, either by an elected position or as a public servant, and we're thankful for those people that do that, especially those that put themselves in harm's way. We're thankful for those, and we pray that you'll continue to be with them, keep them safe, be with the families, be with the men and women in our armed services. Some of them are in harm's way. We pray that you watch over them, God, and be with them and their families. We pray that you'll be with us this day and every day. In Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Next, we'll be approving the agenda of the meeting.
I make a motion, we approve the agenda.
Got a
I'll second
motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed. We have no awards presentation and no one signed up to speak. First order of business be old business, be a motion to approve the minutes from the following meetings, work sessions and budget meetings, July 22nd, 2019, August 5th, 12th, and 14th of 2019.
I'll make a motion to combine and approve those.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed. Move on to new business. I want a motion to approve the FY 2019-20 annual public works bid. Mr. Campbell has given us each one of these folders has got all the bids in them. If anybody'd like to take a look at any individual one. Mr. Campbell?
Thank you, Chairman, Commissioner. As Mr. Guthrie said, the folders that contain the exact bid packet information is individualized by item represented in those folders. Also, the same items are listed on the sheet. You've seen this sheet previously in the meeting, and I promised you some explanation on some of these items. Most of the items are indicated either low bidder or only bidder, but there are some that are exception to that. So, the one that is marked there on the first page is plant mix in place. And the reason I'm going through this is I feel like that we owe you a full explanation on why we're selecting the vendor and how we arrived at that. So, if any of these, as I get into this, if there's any of this that you would like to look at further, or we need to sit down and have a conversation, or talk further about any of it, that's my purpose in the explanation. So, the plant mix there, the award we're recommending is recontracting services. There are multiple items with plant mix in place. So, there is a range of items from mailbox reset all the way down to paving items. So, it really just kind of depended on what items you looked at on who was lower. So the process we chose was going back 3 previous years, looking at the items that we purchased and applying those bid prices to those items that were most purchased. That's how we arrived at that low bid. So you would see, if you open that folder and look at the multiple bids that were received, you would see some higher and lower depending on the category you look. The rest of the front page is straightforward. It's either low bidder or only bidder. And the next is aluminized pipe on the second page. The way we advertise aluminized pipe is we give a listing of the sizes, and we give a list price, and then they are to submit a percent reduced from that list price. So both bids came in at the exact same price of reduction. However, one made allowances for no delivery fee and no minimum order. They were also in Alabama, where the other address was in Tennessee, so that's the reason for that choosing on aluminized pipe. Herbicide was semi-complicated. That there were 5 different vendors that submitted bids. There was one that was obviously cheaper in almost all categories, but there were a lot of written-in substitutions as far as chemical So we had some evaluation to do on those in the particular area of making sure they were right away and ground applications. Once that was verified, then that left one other chemical that was, could be supplied locally, and it was, in competition with being the cheapest. It was right there at the lowest price. So, given local allowances, we chose to stay local with that one, and that would be the co-op. And all the other herbicides would be nutrient ag solutions. So, everything except 2,4-D would go to the nutrient ag solutions, 2,4-D would be farmer's co-op. Okay, last page. Unleaded gas tank. So, with the assumption of 100,000 gallons use of each type, that's each being 87 octane, number 2 diesel, we evaluated the bids. The vendor that we are recommending award to is not the cheapest vendor. So, there are a couple reasons for that. We got into this discussion last time, as you probably remember, about cheaper and then some question about the backup location. Well, there were a couple of incidents where we ran really low despite reporting our levels to them. And then one time we actually ran completely out. So in the event that we ran completely out, they could not provide a backup service. So we had to go to our second bid person and use their backup service for, it was actually after hours when we eventually ran out, and a couple of deputies had to fill up at Westside, which was gas oils. So for those purposes, those reasons, we recommended jet oil, and the price difference was like $100 on 87 octane for the year, and diesel was around $2,100 if you look at the price difference. Liquid calcium chloride, if you look at that bid, you'll see that Cycalco is not the lowest bidder on all of the categories, and the categories are different percent concentrations on liquid calcium chloride, but we only ever buy 30% concentration, and they are the lowest on 32% concentration. So that's my recommendation for that category. So that's all the tricks, I think. Are there any questions? I know that was kind of quick, but are there any questions about why we're recommending any of that or any of those things like that?
Okay. Any questions for Mr. Campbell? Ms. Gilbert?
No, sir.
Mr. Sis?
No, sir. Appreciate what you've done here, Jonathan.
Thank you, Chairman. Thank you.
No, everything looks good to me.
Okay. Mr. Biddle?
Good to go.
Alright. Next, we request to go into executive session for the good name and character.
We need to.
We gotta
approve
vote on that.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Oh, okay, yeah,
I'll
that's right. I'm
second.
sorry about that. Got a motion and a second. All in favor say aye. All opposed. Need to go into executive session for good name, character of employee.
I'll make a motion that we go into executive session.
I'll second.
All in favor say aye.
Uh,
All opposed. We'll be back shortly.
I'll make a motion to come out of executive session.
I'll second.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor say aye. All opposed.
I'll make a motion also to table item 2 and 3 until further notice.
I'll second.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor say aye. All opposed. Number 4 is a motion to approve and sign a resolution creating a board and appointing members to Pay Rock Valley.
I'll make the motion to create that board and to establish the board with the members that are currently serving.
I second.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor say aye. All opposed. Motion carried. Motion to appoint Doris Holman to the DeKalb Jackson Water Supply Board term to expire on March 2023. Explain a little bit about this one. We had one that, after we got to looking at the bylaws, it was a 4-year term, and it had expired, and this is the only letter that we have for that position. So.
I make a motion that we appoint Doris Holman to the DeKalb Jackson Water Supply Board.
I got a motion
I'll second it.
and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Next to be, we're gonna approve, I had to put this on there for a reason, approve the agenda of the work session. I wanna add, if y'all would, on, it'll be number 3, a discussion item, and it'll be courthouse security.
Courthouse security.
Yes, sir. Need a motion to approve the work session agenda with that change.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
A motion and second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? First one be the leasing the land of the Sportsman's Landing in the city of Scottsboro. Get over to it.
I'll make the motion to. Oh, well, we're not.
No,
making
this is
motion.
work
This
session.
Discuss station.
It's just discuss
We
it.
done moved meetings, I'm sorry.
Yeah. I know, when we do too, it confuses me.
I like the way you
Change.
got it, yeah.
Okay.
That was my concern,
It's the very back page, I think, in your stack.
sufficient.
Right there.
Resolution.
Okay, got
That's
it.
it. See the highlighted, Mr. Sid?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to locate. Couldn't find it. Had to have some help here.
Oh, you're sitting right here.
So basically, they're gonna upkeep, maintain the, parking lot and ramp and dock.
Yes. They're gonna apply for a grant, and then they'll be responsible for that, and then, that way if the commission deems later on if they wanna do something with, the rest of the property as far as campgrounds, they'll be able to, or will be able to.
It looks good to me.
Looks good. I thought, well,
All right, if everybody's good with it, we'll move that on, the 30th meeting.
Okay, sounds good.
Number 2 be, laundry for cabins. Mr. Barnes.
When we first opened the cabins, we were supposed to have laundry, part of the, health inspector. So I was told to just hold off on it for a little while, so I figure we need to go ahead and get it done, because if we don't, then we're gonna come in and inspect us. We won't have to.
Okay.
So we can't take the laundry off the premise.
Okay.
So we've got everything done except the electrical, the line of appliances, and I think everybody should have a copy of it.
Yes.
So I think we talked this morning, me and Bob, and, Mr. Gus,
I'm
we're
looking.
gonna wait till
Yes, I
next
got it
year.
here.
And just
Okay,
add
you
it
see
on.
this line here?
As in on line 231, repairs and maintenance to building and land. This is so close to 1 year.
Correct. So basically, it's gonna wait. It'll be in the budget for
2020.
the 2020 budget.
So-
And if she does come and inspect the site, this is what we're done, we're ready to, wait on the budget.
so what is it going to consist of? A washer and a dryer for the premises?
You have the electrical hookup already?
No, that's in,
Okay, we didn't have that in, so.
And where are you putting this, Carl?
it's right beside the laundromat in the campground. We have a laundromat in the campground. And it's going right beside.
And then it'll be for the cabin use only.
Cabin use only.
Okay.
We're moving, all that, if you've been down to the office, you'll see laundry, in the office. That's all going back there too. That's why it needs to be heated.
Okay.
So the one that's over the cleaning will be maintaining the laundry right there.
How's the new, cleaning lady doing? How's it working out?
She's doing good, and no complaints.
Okay.
We talking one washer and one dryer, or two?
One washer and one dryer.
Yeah. So,
But by the time y'all can approve next week, I mean, first year's gonna be here, I mean, fiscal year's gonna be here in about a
Yeah.
week, so.
but basically, we just wanted to let the commissioners know about it, but it'll be put in the 2020 budget. So there won't be no need on moving it to a meeting,
Okay.
just for y'all's information. All right, last item be courthouse security. I didn't make everybody a copy. There's been some issues brought up. I got the revised, this was revised June 17th, 2009. This is the last time it was revised. And I would like to make a change on, and I'll bring it, show y'all this. On number 5, right now it's showing 2 x-ray machines, one at the north and south door. Of course, we got one door shut down, so we need to change that to on the first floor of the courthouse, because the way it's got it written up right now, it's on the second floor, and then they come on down and then put it on the first floor, north and south. So we need to put it on north. And then I want to add a number 8, EMA entrance door will be kept for emergency exit for citizens, and EMA employees will be allowed to enter and exit from this door, but will not be allowed to let others access. And that's the only changes as of right this minute. I'm asking the commission to consider.
This is the plan
This is the plan that's in,
that was approved by the commission that the committee come up with.
yes.
Now, the committee have to approve us adding this to it, or, I mean, I know there's a lot of gray when it comes
What are
to,
you reading from? Is that,
this is the plan that was approved by the
Yeah.
county commission for courthouse security.
It's the resolution.
the commission cannot change the plan. The commission can make recommendations.
Right.
And the commission has absolute control of the courthouse. So,
So we could actually just pass a resolution allowing the EMA to use that entrance and exit under those
and
guidelines and not add it to, we're not actually put it on that, but
and also include closing, which you've already done, close the south.
Right.
And then make a recommendation to the committee.
Right.
that they change theirs in accordance to what we do, but
Right. But it had to go through here first.
Yes.
But we have the way I read the law, we have the authority to do that, but we don't have the authority to add it to their plan.
Correct. The commission has the authority over the courthouse. The commission does not have the authority to change the plan without the consent of the committee. The committee has no authority to control the courthouse, but to make a recommendation for the security of the courthouse to the commission.
Good.
So that's gonna be EMA employees only
Yes.
as entrance?
Yes. Because right now, here's the thing, is right now they're going in, they're parking on the side next to their door, walking all the way to the front, and then when they don't go through security because no employees goes through the x-ray, they go around the security, and then get on the elevator, go down, and then carrying their stuff all the way back to their office again. So if they're not going to be going through the security, what's the point of them not using the door that they got the key for? And a lot of times when they're leaving, it's in emergency cases. So that's the whole reason for that.
And they're here at all hours of the night also.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a plan for that door to be open during emergency?
During tornadoes, it is open, yes.
I know, but is that part of the plan, or is that also?
It's just something they do. It's not in any plan, but I guess we do need to put it in there.
I would, since you're gonna address it,
Yeah.
I would do that now.
Yeah.
Put that in there.
Yeah.
Emergency.
Specified.
The public will be able to pass through. Then what do you do with security at that point in time?
They come through the EMA door and then they go back out the EMA door.
Yeah.
So,
Whenever there's a tornado, we lock the double doors,
mhm.
so they can't get past any point. They're just in that hallway for the tornado, during the time of the tornado.
I was just thinking liability and public, the public and
Yeah. But what I'm
many
saying is when they
unfortunate
access,
situations we've been having recently.
in that case, what they do is they lock the EMA door.
Mhm.
Then they lock the double doors in the hallway, so the citizens are in the hallway, but they can't go, there's nowhere to go.
I wasn't thinking of the security of the courthouse itself, but the security of the persons that
yeah.
we're letting in.
Okay,
That's always been a tornado shelter.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I remember going as a child, yes.
okay. Any more questions on this? So do we need to move it to the 30th for a vote and then pass it on to them? Okay. Is it, if it's all right with everybody, we'll move it to the 30th meeting also. Next, be reports from staff. Mr. Manning,
Nothing, thank you.
Mr. Campbell.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. County Road 77, we're still anticipating a letting date of September 27th. County Road 61, we're in our final plans, addressing comments on that. We anticipate January letting. Obviously, we'll be working on plans for County Road 90, 25, and 33 as part of the rebuild. Bridge inspections will start up October 1, full blown. We have a few interims along the way, but October 1 brings on the full scope of inspections. County Road 82, which was a closed bridge. If you recall, we had severe scouting on the east of Utman, which propagated holes in the roadway that led to closing that. Those bridge repairs are complete. We're awaiting the asphalt and the approaches. So I'll give you a more detailed update on that project once we complete and kind of show you more about that. We're still working on County Road 118, which is closed. That bridge has been disassembled, and we're working on that intermediate bend and the piling of footing on that one. Obviously, the routine maintenance activities are going on. County Road 17, I had a conversation with Ms. Finch today, checking on the update. We have the draft, obviously, like we talked about, but we're still waiting that final. Her and Mr. Pepper were on site last week to review again just before they issue the final. She says she has her draft updated and, she wants to put it in front of one more senior engineer before it's released to us, so. I know I keep saying that, but, I promise it's the truth, what I'm saying, so, we anticipate a finalized release report soon.
Okay.
We're already working on that proposal, to be able to turn that around fast, so hopefully with that in hand, we'll finalize that proposal and get that out for solicitation.
Okay.
That's all, thank you, sir.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Porter.
I don't think so.
All right. Next be comments from commission. Mr. Rich.
I just want to ask Jonathan, have you heard anything on the other roads like 93 and the other ones? You got any from FEMA, any new letters or anything?
No, I mean, really at this stage, we're not, the only thing we're waiting on from FEMA is our payment for work that's complete.
Right.
So, the first work we did on the washouts, drop-offs, all that work, that's been submitted. That was our representative program manager we had with us. We got all those submitted and turned in, we're still waiting, reimbursement on
Okay.
that. But there's been nothing on that front. We're free to work on FEMA work at our pleasure.
Right. Yeah.
Take that on at any point in time we can. And moving forward, I don't know if this came out in the committee meetings or if it was discussed or not, but what I had planned and whatever y'all think I'm fine with, but I was hopeful to be able to show you, what you're getting for the geotech dollars spent on 17, show you what that report looks like and the information that we have from that, so that then when we, our next step with FEMA work will be geotech work in advance of contract work. You'd have more information on if you wanna continue on this group, or you wanna look at, another group perhaps, or,
Right.
just to show you what the geotechnical part is on, what we voted to move forward on. So that'll probably be what's next when they finalize this. Obviously, we'll want to get it turned around and get it advertising and advertising for the solicitations. But we also want to share that with you and see if we want to stay that route, or, I think within this process, we need to solicit new proposals, but at least we'll have this as experience with one group. So I think the next decision on the thing will be, do we want to stay with this group or do we want to look elsewhere?
Right. Okay. Thank you, Jonathan. That's all I got.
Mr. Vanderbilt.
I don't have anything to that, but
Ms. Stewart.
No, sir, not tonight.
Mr. Sis.
I've got a couple of different things that some people's approached me with. We've brought up some things back earlier, and we did for them on this polling deal. We took and combined several of them. Some of the people at the polling places want to know how they're going to be put together. And what I'm trying to say is that they had the head people that worked at, maybe Trenton and Garth. There was one at Preston, and 2 or 3 of them combined. They felt like that they should still be involved a little bit. And I told them I'd bring it up, and we see. I said probably have to get with Donna, somebody, or
I did
Victor, it's over that.
get with Mr. Manning,
uh-huh.
and we figured the only way to fairly do that would be anybody who's worked at both places, put their names in a hat, and we'll draw out 4, because 4 is what works. So we'll draw the 4 out, and that way it'd be more fair than.
Well, I mentioned that. I said, there's no easy way to do that.
Right.
And I said, but in order for everybody to have a chance at it, I said, that's about the only thing we can do.
Mr. Manning agreed to that, so I told him that I couldn't see any more fair way of doing it.
And the other question that I had was, I don't know, the 10 Commandments deal that we formed a board on. What is our next step to move forward on some of that? I told them, I said,
Historical documents board.
historical documents. They just said, what is your next step? I said, I'll just bring it up and we'll have to talk about it.
Well, we're actually waiting for their first meeting. So there was a couple board members who wanted to wait until, to try to get through, I think it was the end of August. And I just ain't had time to get anything with them set up, but we're getting there.
I just told them I would bring it up and we can see what next step would be.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. We're accepting letters for Jackson County Healthcare Authority Board and the DeKalb Jackson Water Authority Board. So if anybody interested in either serving on either of those boards, we are accepting letters for those right now. So with that,
3 positions on
DeKalb,
and how many positions on?
let's see, we got 3 on healthcare and 2 more on the water authority. All right, anything else? Can I get a motion to adjourn?
Make a motion to adjourn.
Need a second?
I'll second it.
All in favor say aye. All opposed? We're adjourned.